Now, the previous Cabinet Member for Transport, as it happens, also happened to be the County Councillor for Halsall, the division which I'm now County Councillor for. And he was responsible for getting a 20-mile-an-hour limit put on a very restricted part of the High Street in Halsall. And when I asked him why only such a small section of the High Street was put into a 20-mile-an-hour zone, he said, well, the problem is the cost of the traffic calming and traffic engineering to get the full street done was so excessive that it couldn't be done. And he said, and his words were, the only way you're going to get a sensible 20-mile-an-hour zone implemented in Halsall is if the policy has changed. And that is the reason I brought this motion before you. Halsall Village would be very easy to implement a signage-only 20-mile-an-hour zone. It has 5 entry and exit roads, and each would simply have the 30-mile-an-hour sign replaced with a 20-mile-an-hour zone sign. The Highways Officer for my division has observed it would cost well in excess of £100,000 to do the necessary traffic calming just in this one small village. From the experience in other areas where they've done signage only, the cost is about £3 per head. So for Halsall Village, it would cost about £20,000. So something I could afford to do if that was accepted as a policy change. The experience from the other schemes I mentioned earlier, in the Scottish borders, we do see, or they did see, realistic reductions in speed of 3.1 miles per hour from 25.4 to 22.8. And for the higher average speeds, and this is common across a lot of studies, the reductions are more like 5 to 6 miles per hour. I want to read out a little bit of the amendment. Members are allocated the local budgets for highway improvements that they can direct towards assessments and implementation of signed only 20-mile-an-hour speed limits. Where the existing speeds are above 24 miles per hour, then additional measures to reduce speed should be considered to ensure the newer lower speed limit is successful. And if you don't get the money from your normal budget, you can dip into your community infrastructure levy funding to get the money. Madam Chairman, are we really saying that we want to divert money that could be used to fill potholes, improve our pavements, improve our pathways, improve our roads, to spend it on pointless traffic calming schemes, which are uniquely unpopular with residents anyway, just so as we can meet a policy like this? This is, and I agree with George Potter on this, classical greenwashing by the Conservatives and particularly by the Cabinet Member, appearing to support 20 miles per hour when actually ensuring that these zones cannot be implemented across Surrey. In reality, the Cabinet Member is going to be on the wrong side of history. This isn't going to go away. It will keep coming back time and time again until we do find a cost-effective way of being able to implement 20-mile-an-hour zones. I would really ask all members to vote against this amendment, and if you then wish to vote against the motion, please do, but vote against this amendment. Thank you very much, Madam Chairman.